Gotcha! If you have an audition coming up and you are stressing out about what songs to pick for that audition, then this video is for you. We are going to deep dive into the requirements for musical theatre colleges specifically. So yes, in future videos we will talk about auditions for other situations, auditions for choirs, auditions for gangs, other auditions, but this is specifically musical theatre focused. And by the end of this video, I promise you, you will feel confident to go forth into that audition, do your best, and fingers crossed, get a place at the college of your dreams. So who am I? Well, you may be new to this channel. I am Alice. I am MusicForMy. I'm a classically trained vocal coach who auditioned to, well, I've had many auditions over the years, some successful, some not. Hey, it comes with the territory. But I had to audition for my degree, had to go through that process, so I know exactly how you feel if you've got that all-important audition. I mean, even to get the offer of an audition, I mean, that's an achievement in itself. So use that, take that as something to bring confidence into your audition. So what are we going to talk about in this video? Well, get your notebooks and your pens ready. We're going to deep dive. We're going to be talking about what the colleges actually want. What are their requirements? What do they want you to do in the audition? Basically, I mean, it sounds simple, but all colleges are different. I mean, you'd think that they'd want to have some kind of continuity and that they could make things the same to be easy on you, but no, they like being different. They like to stamp their stamp and make you work for your place. So we'll go into that. We're also going to talk about how to pick these songs. Once you know what they want, how on earth do you go about picking those songs? Because it's a big decision. It's a massive decision, and it could change your life. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about things like the edit, picking the best part of the song. So once you've decided on the song, looking at which part of the song you should sing, you want to sing. Okay, let's crack on. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the requirements that these colleges set, what they want you to do in the audition, and they can vary. Some want songs that are 1.5 minutes long, some want songs that are 2 minutes long. Don't worry about that for now because that can come in the edit. What a lot of the colleges want though are contrasting songs, one from the legit golden era of musical theatre and then one from the contemporary era of musical theatre. But what does that mean? Well, to put it simply, legit/golden era are songs from pre-1965. Musicals that are pre-1965 because that was the golden era, and then contemporary is everything that came after that. So as long as you keep that year, 1965, keep that in your head, and then you know for certain what is legit and what is contemporary. If you're looking at musicals, looking at pieces that are kind of on the cusp, either maybe 1964 and 1966, I wouldn't pick one necessarily as, say, one from 1964 as your legit and one as 1966 as your contemporary, because they are very likely too close to each other. I'd go maybe 64 and then try and go for a modern one, or 66 and then a really old one, just to have that contrast. We will be talking about contrast in a minute in more detail, but now let's just focus on legit and contemporary, what exactly that means, and look at some composers. So legit, golden era, the time when musical theatre began, my favourite time because it has, my favourite composers, Rodgers and Hammerstein. They did Carousel, they did South Pacific, they did The King and I. So many good musicals. The Sound of Music. So many good musicals to get your teeth into with Rodgers and Hammerstein. So that's a pretty good place to start. start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. Yeah, that's a very good place to start. When looking at, no, I'll talk about that later. You've also got Gershwins, so you've got some lovely jazzy tunes. You know, you've got Summertime, and you've got that song that I can't, from Crazy For You. I can't remember what it is from Crazy For You. Can't remember. Anyway, but sometimes stuff like that. You've also got Cole Porter. Cole Porter wrote a huge amount of songs. All the songs from Kiss Me Kate, It's Too Darn Hot, So in Love. Also, you've got It's Still Lovely, and great songs there. So many songs to choose from in the legit. And then contemporary, obviously they are the newer musicals, so ones that we're maybe more familiar with for those of us that are, yeah, younger. So Lloyd Webber, Cats, Evita, Tell Me on a Sunday, etc. Candace O, Cabaret, those are contemporary songs. Maybe This Time, great audition piece. And then also Lin-Manuel Miranda. So yeah, songs from Hamilton, songs from In the Heights, songs from the new Little Mermaid movie. Yes, I am still obsessed with that film. Really, really good. Loads of choice. Loads of choice there. So yeah, that's the first step. You have to pick a song from the legit and a song from contemporary. Okay, so once you know what exactly these colleges are requiring from you in the audition, what do you do next? Well, you have a think about what songs you already know and love and have sung for years and years, well, months and months at least, but songs that you do actually really, really know pretty well. Yes, you can learn brand new songs from scratch for these auditions, but you are going to perform and sing better songs that you already know, songs that you have that muscle memory for, songs that you know the bones of, you know, that you really, really have worked on. Having said that, yeah, if you've only ever worked on contemporary stuff and need to learn a legit song pretty quickly, then that's fine. I mean, that's going to happen. But that's why also it's quite good to prepare. To start thinking of auditions as early as possible and really get in that practice. You know, it's no good picking up a song the night before. That's not going to happen. It worked for my my essays at university, but it doesn't work for auditions. No. So yeah, think about songs, but also as well as songs that you know, think about songs that you really love, because we sing the songs that we love better. That's just the way it is. And it's not necessarily that that we love the style of the song or anything like that. It might just be that the actual physical experience of singing the song is fun for us. That's going to come across to the auditioning panel. They're going to see that, and it's going to be a big tick. So have a think about that. What do you like? What songs do you like to sing? So you have the requirements, you have that list of songs that you really, really like to sing. Now you've got to think about contrast. So I did touch on this with the pre-1965 and post-1965. So that's one kind of contrast that they, you know, is set in stone. And yes, techniques do vary. That's the whole point of them asking for pre-1965. They want to see that you can sing in a more classical, traditional style, as well as modern, belty, boomy pop. Oh, COVID. So what do we mean by contrast? I mean, contrast, black and white. But that doesn't really work for songs. So to find two contrasting songs, start by thinking how songs contrast in a musical setting. And the easiest way to look at it is to do ballads and exposition songs, okay? They are very, very different. Ballads tend to be more lyrical, long, big notes, long phrases, etc. And then the exposition songs are the quick ones, maybe with lots of words, faster rhythms, etc. That's a good place to start. You can look at major and minor. You can look at different styles, so maybe a jazzy one. If you go with a Gershwin for your legit song, then go with a completely different, maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda, you know, or Lloyd Webber, just kind of like totally different, like not that kind of jazzy, funky sound. Tempo, go for a fast song for one of yours, and then a slow one for your other. And again, that doesn't have to be that the legit is fast and the modern is slow. You can flip it on its head, and the legit can be slow, and then the modern can be fast, the contemporary can be fast. So recent examples and songs that I am currently working on with my students. A legit song, I'm in Love with a Wonderful Guy from South Pacific. That's one of the golden era. And then as a modern song, maybe this time from Cabaret. And they are very, very contrasting. You've got Love with a Wonderful Guy. Nice, waltzy, fast pace. And then you've got maybe this time. Maybe this time I'll win. Lots more slower, a lot more kind of raw. And then I've got another student who's chosen Feelings as their legitimate choice. Feelings are tumbling over feelings, da 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 da, which is from a very short-lived musical called Adam and Eve. And then for the contemporary choice, it is The Hunchback of Notre Dame's God Help the Outcasts. Totally different. So you've got a fast one, and then you've got a slow, ballady one for that contrast. And then the final thing to think about is the edit. And songs do kind of, it tends to be that the build up, you know, there's the middle eight and then the final chorus are the biggest and boomiest bit of the piece, of the song, and that tends to be the edit. That's a safe choice, because then you're going to show the build up with a middle eight and then the big, you know, high power, high notes, whatever it is that the song has. But bear in mind that sometimes the beginning can be just as tricky and can show off lovely nuance in your voice. So maybe you could do the first verse and then cut it and do the ending bit, whatever it is. Because some of the colleges want 1.5 minutes, some want 2 minutes, some want 16 bars. Yeah, it's a challenge. But ultimately, you want to sing the passage that feels the most comfortable, but also does show off your voice, shows your range, shows your technical ability, and also shows your performance. You know, this is why sometimes I think just doing the big boomy bit at the end isn't necessarily the best choice, because they're just going to see one big belting aspect of your voice, and they need to see that you can do soft as well as power. So have a think about that. They want to see a little bit. You've got 2 minutes to grow and show them that you deserve a place on that course, that you have potential. Because that's the other thing to mention as well. It's not about perfection. It's never about perfection. It's about potential. You're going to learn. You're auditioning for these colleges because you want to learn more. You want to grow your voice. You want to grow your performance. It's all about learning. So it's just that they want to see in you that you have the potential for that. That you can see, you've seen the instruction that they've given you, you've taken that, you've run with it, this is what you've produced, and this is what they have to work with, basically. And don't forget as well, you know, if you go in there to that audition and you get bad vibes, maybe it's not the college for you. You know, quite frankly, it's like a job interview. It's a two-way thing as well. You are testing out that you want to be in their space just as much as they are testing you and seeing whether you fit for them. Do they fit for you? That's a very important question, and sometimes it's a gut feeling. Trust your gut. So there we go. I hope that has helped a little. If you do have any more questions, put them in the comments, and also please make suggestions for future videos, future topics you'd like me to cover on this channel, because oh my goodness, the singing world is vast and we are going to be talking about a lot of things in the future. So don't forget to do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and I will sing with you soon. Bye!